Damon Nahas, no interim. He's the top man. They'll be in a 4-1-4-1.
And similar to what they came out against Rice.
Look at the starting lineup for Stephanie Workman's Spartans for UNCG.
And they'll come out in the 4-3-2-1. And what's really going to be important for them is the spine of this defensive unit.
Number 19 getting the start. Turned away, though, by North Carolina. North Carolina is 2-on-2. And they'll get it to Thomas. Thomas as quick as any player in the country. Thomas not afraid to go right to target. Thomas. And it's saved right there.
Right on it. She's alert. Now you're exposed behind the back line. She decides to feed Olivia Thomas in behind. This is not something Greensboro is going to want to see because Olivia Thomas has
Here's a little bit of what Casey was talking about with Gattino. She had a neat little move to give her an extra space. Allmark finds it. Allmark unselfish. Flag is up, so this goal is not going to count. Flag is up, so a couple people didn't see the flag.
Under 17s, so there's more players that can be rotated into this, but you're right, not a lot of substitutions. Players have to be ready to play significant minutes twice in a week, and that can take a cumulative effect, but they definitely focus on the fitness as well.
Also not available today, Tessa Della Rose. Good news, though, from Damon Nahas, who was kind enough to let us say she could see limited action on Sunday. You played with Tessa Della Rose in the TST. I'll get to you in a second as it's taken away by Debbie. Debbie, yes, and it's 1-0 North Carolina.
Something that's been a real catalyst for the North Carolina Tar Heels is the way they're pressing in waves and their hunger to win the ball back. And it's no different here in the moment where they win the ball. Debbie is alert to the touch. She takes this all the way, a good 1v1 defending moment. And the line of UNC Greensboro just keeps dropping. When there is a shooting range, you have to have a player step. It's the movement of Olivia Thomas that makes the decision hard on Avery Barr in the back line. She doesn't.
The 2023 Utah Gatorade Player of the Year, and she's made it UNC 1, UNCG 0, and UNCG almost had the equalizer within seconds, and they always talk about...
Taylor Mincer gets it into the outside channel, good build-up play, taking on Munson, finding Mincer here, and just decides to go for goal. Why not? Abby Gundry hasn't been tested.
I think Thomas is going to have a go here. Why not? Keeps it on the ground. Just not enough pace on it, and even easy enough to handle there for Emma
Malone. To go low, almost like she's going around the post, just gets over it a little bit too much, hits it into the ground. But one of the things...
At any point of the game, at any part of the field. They drop it forward, Allmark looking for options. Needed to drop it earlier, Allmark wanted to shoot it. I think Allmark on tape will see that both Thomas and Fossey
make an early decision in the final third.
North Carolina has never lost a game to the Spartans. This is the 13th time these two teams will face each other. This one will fall! And a big-time save and kept alive by Emma Malone. Great control with two hands.
Strike from Freifeld on the bounce, hits it very well. It's still bouncing. She gets over it right at Emma Malone. Emma Malone does well to parry it up and then is alert to that second opportunity, making sure that no opened up play.
Good touch by Allmark to keep it alive. On the turn is Thomas. Thomas back over. He was looking to give one back to Allmark. Fossey was also on the far stick just in case. Regardless, it'll be another corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina. Carolina's largest margin of victory over UNCG is 6. That was back in 1989 at UNCG. A 7-1 win for a team coached by the legend that is Anson Dorrance. Corner sent in, headed far post, out of bounds, and the Spartans will take their time with it. I guess, Casey White, if you're Stephanie Workman down 1-0 against this talented UNC team, showing abilities to find some angles every once in a while, you're not... Alvarez. Back to Penny.
Well, this is where you can see the defensive block of the Spartans, and this is where the ball has to move. Ball movement becomes important, and just playing the ball at speed.
Munson, who Casey White already told you had moved forward. Good touch. Coming back from Thomas. It's still loose in front. Trying to sneak by the goalkeeper near the post. Did not cross. It stays 1-0. And the Spartans survive quite a bit here from the Tar Heels.
And Kate Fossey seems to think that that went across the goal. You just can't quite tell it. It does look like there is going to be a review.
I think they're going to count it.
I think so too. You could just see the arm that went back across the line. It wasn't definitive from our angle, but the motion of Emma Malone. We'll just look through it here. And this one, it definitely doesn't because it goes off the post, but it's right on this one. They're going to have to see.
That's a goal.
Yeah, that's 100% across. You can see the whole ball go across there. Usually players are fighting for it no matter what, but when it's that clear, that's almost a half yard at least across that line.
Kate Fossey coming off a 20-goal, 4-assist season. She has 24 goals and 10 assists in her career. And they have taken a look at it. It will be a goal, and it's 2-0. Kate Fossey. Well done, Casey White, to point that out. That's a huge goal for the Tar Heels under 10 minutes left in the first half.
More numbers for the Spartans to deal with.
Two wonderful turns from Penny. Here's Allmark. Oh, it's one of the things I love about her. She's been so unlucky in her short time.
Well, it was great combination play. Penny was in a good advanced position, plays in combination there, and then Allmark decides to use the run of Penny to the left, instead going to the right herself. She strikes it from distance, and this ball was starting to come down. Needed another
little spin here. They'll try to play it forward, making a run right down the middle. There's Munson. And Munson is denied by Emma Malone. Munson, trouble right there as they drop it over to Ava Kiss. Tar Heels take it right back though. Side of the foot, and just missing Olivia Thomas. Championship game against Savvy King. Savvy King actually marked her up.
And she's so hard to mark. She just gets free in the penalty area. Bella Debbie finds her, and Olivia Thomas just seems to be a little technically off today with some of her finishes.
Dave Klarman, men's lacrosse back in 1991. They won in his first season.
Something in the water, huh? That is so incredibly impressive to have that many coaches that have been able to do that in your first season.
Erin Matson is who I met for the field hockey team. This one back across and a score for the Tar Heels, and that's Allmark. Allmark was looking for one. Allmark got one, and it's 3-0 North Carolina.
There was almost an air of inevitability around this potentially happening. Bella Debbie gets in there. Allmark just takes it off her foot, takes it across, and then puts it low. It makes it hard because there's so much traffic in front. There's so many players in the attacking third. The movement's been good today, and Allmark has the finishing touch, and she'll give Greensboro much time to be able to settle in or out of possession.
Great save, dangerous, and a tap in for Fossey. She's got a brace. Flag will stay down. It's 4-0 North Carolina. Allmark. She'll try to beat the entire team here. Finally, we'll drop it over to Thomas. Allmark gets it back. Allmark with one more to go, and Allmark misses a wide open goal.
There was so much hesitation in all of this from a goalkeeping standpoint, whether it was going to be Thomas or Allmark. She does everything right, and then she just has to put it on the ground, doesn't get her hips around it. But that's the 1v1 ability that we saw from Allmark last year as a freshman stepping on campus. She can do the 1v1. It's just that final finishing.
Out of bounds, it'll stay with North Carolina.
One of the things we're seeing in the midfield third is that continuing of the outside backs to play more inverted, and they creates a 5-player midfield for UNC. It's just really hard to track.
Great move again here by North Carolina. Goes off the crossbar. Olivia Thomas.
Great job. She uses the hesitation. Avery Barr doesn't step quick enough, so she goes herself, goes for goal. It pops out. It does pop out.
Got a good story to tell you about one that went off the crossbar several years ago here. I think you'll enjoy it. Here's Allmark. Allmark with the right foot. Allmark goes far post. And
North Carolina Tar Heels. This is what we saw against Rice this past weekend when they got a good advantage in the game from a score perspective. Started to move players around. So Bella Catino's going up into that wide space area where Freifeld's vacating.
Ryan Ortiz, who's got 3 goals and 6 assists in her career, back into the game for Stephanie Workman.
And Ortiz has a little bit of a deeper starting position. She was playing more as a central forward, so she's still up there, but is more in an attacking midfield position, and her work rate will certainly help.
Turned again, difficult shot just over the crossbar. Olivia Thomas, almost what a great rip there from Thomas. Thomas has some options. Fossey is on the left. Fossey is there. Fossey, is it hat trick time? Fossey thinking about it. Oh, off the post. Unlucky, delivered again. Fossey trying to get the tap in.
Well, this was an attacking transition. Thomas finds Fossey. I like that she goes across. She draws Emma Malone and the defenders, then textbook-wise goes to the far post, just hits the post. Gatino almost gets the rebound, and Fossey is just hungry for that second chance. Isn't quite able to get it, but just very unlucky with that going off the far side.
Maynard into the game now defensively for North Carolina. Under 11 minutes remaining. North Carolina 4, UNC Greensboro 0. Tar Heels not done here. Thomas. You know, we have talked about the Anson Dorrance competitive cauldron. I'm not sure how much of that Damon has kept. I imagine the core components of it, but you see it in games like this where UNCG still has their main starters out here, and the subs for UNC have so much pride because of that cauldron.
Definitely, and I'll always remember this, that
there's a good chance for a goal. Nice job, big hands there.
they're pitting the center backs. Maynard's trying to play out. It's just too slow stepping forward. It was really nice there in that space trying to go for goal, but it just is tipped off of you.
To 3-2 on the young season 2025 style with a final score, North Carolina 4, UNC Greensboro 0.
A lot of positives in this game. The shutout, some really good goals, some really willing runners above the ball that created a lot of opportunities.